Yo, Star Fraud Defense Force, where are you? Yo, where you guys at? Quiet as a church mouse. Now, I'm not one to rub it in, but I initially said Starfield was trash, and then I took it back and called it dog shit. Well, it looks like I was wrong again. What is worse than dog shit? Maybe a 7? Yeah, that's right. 7 out of 10. That's the review score. 7 from IGN, the oldest and most respected gaming site of all time. And guess what? The second oldest gaming site of all time, GameSpot, also gave it a 7 out of 10. That is so sad. Really, that is so sad. I expected at least an 8, to be honest. Now, in my previous video, you guys all laughed at me and called me a Sony pony. Look, I don't care about Sony either. This is Star Citizen for life, baby. The real, seamless next-gen experience. In Star Citizen, we can fully explore massive worlds without loading. There's no loading. It's all seamlessly. And guess what? All of the locations stay the same and aren't just randomly generated tiles with invisible walls. That means you can return to them. You can return to the same location and they will always be there. Then we have full persistence, which means if you place a coffee cup down somewhere in the woods next to, say, a secret base you've made, you can return there and it will always be there. I mean, unless someone finds it and steals it anyway, well, you never know, you know? It's a multiplayer game. Imagine that. Not playing with broken NPCs, actually playing against other people. Can you imagine that? Star Citizen is massive, you know? It is the real next-gen game. There's no loading, fully seamless, no tiles, locations remain the same, fly anywhere, walk anywhere, inside or outside your ship, anywhere you can see, you can go to. This is the game we've always dreamt about. It's all realistic and exactly what you expect of a game without limitations. The now infamous quote, "Walk on, brave explorer," actually applies to Star Citizen, not Star Fraud. It is the real next-gen game that we have always dreamt about as kids. It is actually the game Todd was talking about. No, I'm sorry. I mean, it is the game Todd was misleading everyone about, that he was lying about when he implied that you could fully explore everywhere without limitations, but it is not. It's not even close. The failure of Starfield proves just how great Star Citizen is. And yes, I know these two games cannot be compared fairly because one, Starfield is a single player game without anything new or groundbreaking. And the other is the most innovative game of all time, the greatest game of all time. It is also multiplayer and still in early development. But the interesting thing is, even though it's still in its early phase of development, it is vastly superior to Starfield in every way. People like to criticize Star Citizen for how long it has taken, but they can never name another competitor to it. There's no other game on that level because you know what? There just isn't. So any criticism of how long it takes is irrelevant. I don't want to hear it, okay? Zip it up. Until there's another game that does what it does, you cannot say shit, period. There is no other alpha like Star Citizen. It is not a real alpha. It will never finish. There is no other game like it. Labels simply do not apply. And until there is a true competitor to Star Citizen, my argument will always remain true. And there's nothing anyone can say to change that fact, okay? I mean, to be honest, the better comparison will be between Squadron 42, which will most likely be released next year and announced this October at CitizenCon. Squadron 42 is the single-player version of Star Citizen and has been in development for years. There has even been a leaked trailer of it and it looks amazing. Now, this will probably be my last video on Starflop. For the record, I started this crusade of sorts based on all of the S-Fraud fanboys, aka Star Fraud Defense Force, that were attacking Star Citizen early on. You know, you guys fired the first shots, not me. I personally don't care what other games people play. In fact, I think all console fanboys are a joke. I am not a Sony pony or an Xbot. Both camps are full of juvenile clowns and need to join the PC master race anyway. This war is over. You guys lost. 7 out of 10 from IGN and GameSpot, Starfield poses no threats. And finally, I will say it again, I was defending Star Citizen from their false claims and bringing the fire because that's what I do. I am a Khaleesii. If you attack Star Citizen, my foot will be on your neck and there shall be no mercy. I will continue to ride hard with fire and blood, baby.
Go girl! Her hair's growing, she got a haircut. She got a haircut. Go girl! Get down! Get down! I wanna sit in a really big chair. Wait, why am I going so? Oh my god! Why am I going so fast? Why am I so fast? Honestly, really enjoying the game so far. Like, I've never seen combat like this in any game ever. You know? Maybe Shadow of the Colossus was like the previous thing with this kind of combat. If you have a PS5, you are missing out.